Y'all brace yourselves, because what just happened on live television wasn't just messy, it was earth-shattering. Fans are still reeling after Mendice's Yandy Smith's husband broke down in real time during a shocking interview gone completely off the rails. But it wasn't just the tears that shook the internet, it was the bombshell he dropped. And what he revealed? It changed everything. This wasn't your average love and hip-hop drama. This was raw, real, and completely unexpected. Imagine sitting down for a calm discussion about marriage, and then suddenly finding out a truth so devastating, so personal, that it leaves your entire future in question. That's exactly what just happened. And Yandy, the look on her face when the cameras caught her reaction, absolutely priceless. The truth that slipped out wasn't meant for the world to hear. But now it's out there, and the consequences are unfolding fast. Was it an affair? Was it betrayal? Or was it something deeper? Something that's been brewing beneath the surface for years? Whatever it is, we're about to unpack all of it, and trust me, the truth is even messier than the rumors. Buckle up, because this is just the beginning. For years, Yandy Smith and Mendices Harris were seen as one of the few solid couples in reality TV. Through jail time, loyalty tests, blended family struggles, and the glare of public judgment, they survived it all, or so we thought. Because behind the perfectly staged Instagram posts, anniversary getaways, and carefully worded interviews, something much darker was simmering. Something even their closest friends allegedly whispered about when the cameras weren't rolling. Yandy first rose to fame on Love and Hip Hop. New York, known for her business smarts, outspoken attitude, an unwavering ride-or-die image. When it came to Mendices, fans applauded her when she held things down while he served time in prison. She visited, supported his kids, and maintained her public persona like a queen defending her throne. But here's what they didn't show you, according to several so-called close insiders. Cracks in their relationship weren't just recent, they were always there. Small fights, off-camera, jealousy, questions about trust, and allegedly, a moment of betrayal so deep, it was quietly covered up by both of them, till now. Because when Mendices was released and tried to resume life as if nothing happened, things weren't the same. Fans noticed the tension, the forced smiles, and Yandy's increasingly passive-aggressive tone during interviews. And then came the rumors. It started as anonymous blog posts, claims that Yandy had been emotionally distant during his incarceration, whispers that another man had been supporting her in secret while she played the loyal wife on screen. But Yandy shut them down hard. She called it clown behavior, insisted her loyalty had no price, and doubled down on their love. But fast forward to this weekend, suddenly, everything is crumbling. In a live interview meant to showcase their new family project, something innocent, something empowering, things took a turn no one could have predicted. What was supposed to be a heartwarming sit-down turned into an emotional breakdown on camera, with Mendices delivering a chilling sentence that has since been clipped, shared, and reposted across every platform. I just want to know why you lied to me for 5 years, and why you let me look like a fool in front of everybody. The room fell silent. The host tried to redirect. Yandy froze. But the damage was done. Within seconds, Twitter erupted. Hashtags like #Yandy lied, #Mendices breakdown, and #reality check began trending. Everyone had the same question. What truth did he just discover, and why now? Was this the confirmation fans had been waiting for? Because let's not forget, Yandy's marriage had been under fire before. Remember when she admitted on national TV that her wedding wasn't legally binding? That revelation had fans questioning everything about their commitment. Was it just for show? Was she protecting assets? Or was there something deeper behind her decision to not make it official? Then Mendices stood by her. He played the supportive partner. But now, it's clear something broke that day, and he never really got over it. Insiders claim the couple has been on edge for months, especially with new projects forcing them to revisit their past in public. Therapy sessions, interviews, promotional campaigns that dig up old wounds, and this time, whatever truth just hit him. It wasn't planned. It wasn't scripted. And judging by his reaction, it was devastating. Fans are speculating everything. From secret DMs leaked by a former friend, to private investigators hired while he was behind bars. Some even believe a family member might have exposed Yandy at the worst possible time, but here's the kicker. Mendeces didn't deny any of it. He confirmed something happened, something real. And now their picture-perfect brand is spiraling into chaos. We haven't even scratched the surface yet, because what came next shocked everyone. The moment Mendeces dropped that line, "Why, you've lied to me for 5 years," everything changed. Yandy's single quotes as face didn't just go pale. It collapsed. Her usual camera-ready expression twisted into something raw, almost frightened. For a split second, the polished reality star was gone. And in her place stood a woman who looked like her entire foundation had just been yanked from beneath her. But what did he mean by lie? The host tried to steer the interview back on track, nervously laughing it off, saying, "We're gonna get to that later," but Mendeces wasn't having it. He cut her off mid-sentence. "Nah, let's talk about it now," since she wants to smile for the camera like everything's cool. Room froze. Even the production staff, usually silent professionals, were caught exchanging stunned looks. Yandy finally managed to whisper, "This is not the time." But it was already too late. Mendeces leaned forward, voice cracking. Was he there? Yes or no? "That day I called from the facility. When I couldn't reach you for 2 hours, was called." He in the house. And just like that, social media erupted. Leaked messages began surfacing within minutes. Screenshots of alleged texts between Yandy and a mysterious man named D. Timestamps. They matched the exact period when Mendeces was incarcerated. One of the leaked messages read, "You make me feel normal again. Like I'm not pretending every day." Others said, "He'll never know. He trusts me too much." Fans were floored. Was this the truth Mendeces had just discovered? To make matters worse, a former assistant of Yandy, known only as Nina C., posted a cryptic TikTok that same day with the caption, "I told y'all the truth would come out. This ain't new to me." In the video, Nina is seen nodding. As a voiceover plays, "You don't have to pretend anymore." He knows. The internet exploded. Fans began tagging Nina in comments, demanding answers. Someone even dug up an old podcast clip where she hinted about a famous couple, Fronten, for brand deals, while the woman cried every night because she missed someone else. Coincidence or confirmation? Back in the interview, Mendeces pulled out his phone. "You think I ain't seen this?" he asked, voice trembling. "My man sent me this 2 nights ago. The same dude you said was just a family friend." The image he held up was blurry but unmistakably Yandy, walking out of a midtown lounge with a tall man in a leather jacket, his hand resting low on her back. Too low for a family friend. Yandy, clearly cornered, snapped. "You want to do this right now?" she said, her voice sharp. "Fine, yes, I saw him. But you don't know the whole story. You never cared to ask." Mendeces stood up mid-interview. "What story?" he barked. "You mean the one where you kept a whole emotional affair going?" "While I sat in a cell thinking my wife was holding it down," Yandy fired back, her voice rising. "You left me alone with bills, 2 kids, public shame, and no protection. I was breaking down every day, and no one cared, not even you." Was no longer an interview. It was a public explosion, a marriage disintegrating in front of millions, and just when viewers thought it couldn't get worse. A new video dropped from an anonymous Instagram account named @TruthUndergroundTV. The reel showed what appeared to be a home camera feed grainy but visible. Yandy in her living room speaking to the same man from the Midtown Lounge. And in the audio, her voice saying, "He thinks I'm going to therapy alone. You're the only reason I'm still sane." Internet meltdown. Fans flooded the comments, so it was true all along. She did him dirty while he was locked up. Wow, where's the loyalty she always preaches about? Mendeecees deserved better. Hashtag Team Mendeecees began trending. Within the hour, celebrities started chiming in. Kimbella posted a broken heart emoji. Remy Ma wrote, "Who? Ain't nothing worse than finding out in front of the world." Even Benzino jumped in, tweeting, "He held you down and this what? He get." But there were defenders too. Yandy single quotes fans clapped back with. She was hurting too. Emotional cheating ain't the same as physical. Men act like women ain't human. The battle lines were drawn. And while the internet screamed and judged, Yandy and Mendeecees were left in silence in that same studio set, with the cameras still rolling and their love story hanging by a thread. And then came the twist no one saw coming, as Mendeecees walked off the set. His mic still hot, he muttered something under his breath that was barely audible. But one producer caught it. He whispered, "Wait till she finds out I already knew," and did something about it. What did he mean by that? Was he playing a long game? Was there revenge coming? Because what he did next turned this whole story upside down. What happened next sent fans into a frenzy and insiders into full panic mode barely an hour after the interview ended, while social media, still catching fire over the affair, Morza's second video surfaced. But this time, it wasn't about Yandy's betrayal. It was about Mendeecees' revenge. A major blog account called @TheTeaUnfiltered leaked a never-before-seen voicemail. The voice, a mistake'll mend. The message, enough to flip the entire narrative on its head. "I don't care what she did. We're gonna make sure she feels it. Don't just leak the pics. Drop the one from the hospital, the one that'll shut everything down." Fans were speechless. Wait, hospital? What hospital? What picture? Within minutes, another post hit the timeline. A single photo, taken secretly in what looked like a hospital room. And Yandy, she's sitting beside a bed, holding a newborn baby. But the caption shook everyone. "This on Mendeecees' baby." The internet broke. Had Yandy given birth and kept it hidden? Was the baby from the same man she was allegedly emotionally involved with? Gossipgate doubled down, claiming a verified industry insider had come forward with medical records, proving Yandy was briefly admitted under an alias 3 years ago, a private maternity clinic outside Atlanta. Suddenly, everything began clicking. The long wellness break Yandy took that same year. Her vague captions about starting fresh and healing. Mendeecees' decision to stay out of the spotlight for nearly 6 months afterward. It wasn't just a scandal, it was a cover dash up and Mendeecees. It apparently known all along. In a new clip shared by @MediaOverdose, Mendeecees is seen talking to someone off camera, saying, "I found out the baby ain't mine. I stayed silent for the brand. But now, she'll want to act brand new on TV. Bet." The betrayal had gone both ways. Yandy hid the baby. Mendeecees buried the truth. And both of them kept up the lie for the sake of public image, brand deals, and size, and what they called family unity. But now, the masks were off. And just when fans thought they had wrapped their heads around it all, another insider leak flipped the chessboard again. Reality Spy Feed dropped screenshots from a private group chat that allegedly included producers from Love and Hip Hop, a PR consultant, and a woman listed only as B. The messages revealed a chilling reality. "We have to prep the rollout. She already signed off. If he deviates from the plan, pull the plug. Remember, if the hospital pic drops, deny. Spin it as a miscarriage story if necessary." This wasn't just a messy breakup, it was a strategically coordinated media war. And it had spiraled wildly out of control. Fans felt betrayed not just by the couple, but by the entire reality machine behind them. So the crying was scripted. They played us for ratings. We invested years into this couple. But while the internet argued over what was real and what wasn't, someone else stepped in and made the situation worse. A surprise Instagram Live from Mendice's ex-girlfriend Samantha Wallace, the mother of one of his kids. She went off. I kept my mouth shut for years. But let me tell y'all something, Yandy ain't no saint. And Mendice's, he ain't the victim. They've both been lying. To y'all, to their kids, and to themselves. That baby y'all talking about? We've been new. But it wasn't just about who the father was. It was about what they were willing to do to keep it buried. She even claimed that a well-known hip-hop mogul had financially backed Yandy's silence, offering to clean the story up if she stayed with Mendice's for another 2 years post-release. You think these relationships are built on love? Please. They're built on image, brand deals, and control. The comments section exploded. This ain't love and hip-hop no more. This is love and manipulation. Why is Samantha airing this now, though? Mendice's better hide, 'cause this finna get uglier. Meanwhile, blogs scrambled to verify the hospital photo. Forums dissected the baby's facial features. Fans created side-by-side comparisons. And others started tagging CPS, demanding welfare checks and custody investigations. It was no longer about who cheated, it was about who lied longer, and who got played harder in the middle of the chaos. Yandy went silent. Her social media accounts remained frozen, no stories, no posts, no comments. Her team released a bland statement hours later. At this time, Yandy is focusing on her family and mental health. We ask for privacy and compassion. But it didn't stop the fallout. Sponsors began pulling away. One beauty brand announced they were reevaluating partnerships to ensure alignment with core values. Another reality show rumored to star Yandy next year quietly removed her name from the press page. But the most chilling moment came from Mendice's himself. Late that night, he posted a black screen with white text. You think you know someone, until you realize you were sleeping next to a stranger the whole time? No names, no tags. Just heartbreak. But one comment stood out and it was pinned by Mendice's, and the worst part? He still loves her. It got over 62,000 likes and under for hours, because no matter how messy things got, no matter how much betrayal was exposed, feelings don't just disappear. And for all the chaos, it was clear. Neither of them was ready to walk away. But just when things couldn't possibly get more twisted, another message leaked, this time from the man Yandy was allegedly involved with, and what he revealed changed everything. Again, the internet was on fire, following the leak of the hospital photo and the anonymous voicemail from the alleged other man. The drama surrounding Yandy and Mendice's had gone beyond viral. It had morphed into a full-fledged online war, with fans, bloggers, and celebrities alike choosing sides and digging deeper into the chaos. Team Yandy. V's hashtag Team Mendice's wasn't just a hashtag anymore, was a movement. Think Pieces podcast. Breakdowns. Late night reaction lives. Everyone had something to say. The twist. The so-called other man broke his silence in a now-deleted Instagram story. A music executive based in Atlanta, only as DJ Co, hinted that he was the one in the leaked surveillance footage with Yandy. His caption? I told you to come clean. Now the streets know. That was all it took. Social media exploded. Rumors swirled that DJ KO and Yandy K had not only been emotionally involved, but that he suspected the child in the hospital photo was his. In a now viral Twitter thread, user @SpillQuintia posted alleged DMs between Yandy and a contact labeled KO, discussing prenatal appointments and a shared bank transfer for a private doula. Fans went nuclear, y'all. She wasn't just cheating. She was planning a whole future with this man. How long has this been going on? So the ride or die narrative was all lies. Then came the influencers and celebrities weighing. In Tokyo, Vanity dropped a fiery TikTok saying, "Listen, love is messy, but this is betrayal on a spiritual level. Sis been playing chess while pretending to play checkers." Carly Red reposted a reaction gif of her fainting with the caption, "Somebody check on Mendices, for real." Even 50 Cent, never one to stay silent, took a jab on his story. Imagine doing a bid and coming home to season 9 of Survivor, Betrayal Edition. Couldn't be me. But not everyone was dragging Yandy. A wave of supporters came to her defense, creating a viral hashtag #ProtectYandy campaign. One tweet liked over 78,000 times. Read, "Y'all mad at Yandy for breaking down under pressure?" But where was that energy when she was holding it down all them years? Y'all forgot how she kept him relevant. Feminist influencers jumped in, with some arguing the emotional toll women endure while waiting for incarcerated partners is chronically ignored. One blog at Black Women Chronosol published an op-ed titled "Loyalty versus Survival: Why Yandy's Truth is More Common Than You Think." It was reposted by dozens of verified accounts and even reshared by Megan Good, who commented, "Let's talk about her pain too." But the division only made things messier. Group chats were split. Families debated it over dinner. Barbershops and beauty salons were buzzing. Meanwhile, VH1 stayed oddly silent. Producers of Love and Hip Hop released no statement, but fans began posting receipts, screenshots of deleted footage from older seasons, moments that suddenly make more sense now. An old episode where Yandy broke down in tears while saying, "I feel like I'm disappearing in this relationship," resurfaced and gained over 5 million views in a day. And then came the brand fallout. 3 companies publicly paused collaborations with Yandy, 2 skincare lines, and 1 wellness brand. Meanwhile, Mendices gained a new endorsement. Tan apparel company pushed a new "Loyal doesn't mean blind" hoodie that sold out in 2 hours after he reposted it. But the biggest shock came when Mona Scott Young, executive producer of Love and Hip Hop, followed DJ KO on Instagram and unfollowed Yandy. The message, loud and clear. And yet Yandy still said nothing. Mendices posted cryptic messages every few hours. Fans refreshed his story feed like it was a live broadcast. One post showed a family portrait with his kids. No Yandy in sight. The caption read, "You protect what protects you. Simple." Another story. A dark screen with a single quote, "Every mask eventually slips." But it was the fan reactions that kept this saga alive and boiling. One viral comment summed it up best. "We watched this couple survive prison, betrayal, and fame, and in the end, they couldn't survive each other. Still, everyone knew there had to be more. Because if Mendices knew about the child all along, why now? Why go public? Why explode on live TV? The answer was coming, and it would turn everything upside down. Just when everyone thought the story had reached its peak, when the lies, the baby, the betrayal, and the silence had finally reached a boiling point, Mendices dropped a bomb that not even the most savage blog pages saw coming. It started with a midnight Instagram live. No warning, no post, no promo, just a black screen. And then Mendices' voice. He sounded calm. Too calm. "I appreciate everybody for riding with me. The love means a lot. But I need to clear one thing up before it's too late." Rushed in. Within 5 minutes, over 320,000 people were watching then. He said the words that no one could have predicted. "The baby. It's not Yandy's. It's mine." Silence. He repeated it. "That baby in the hospital picture. Yeah, she was there because I asked her to be. And yeah, it wasn't supposed to come out like this. But since everyone wanted dig, go ahead. Dig." The live chat exploded. What did he just say? While y'all were roasting her, blaming her, calling her disloyal, I had a whole situation too. And the truth is, I was gonna come clean. We both were. But not like this. Not with the world watching. That baby, that was from a woman I met before I came home. I didn't even know she was pregnant until months later. And when I told Yandy, she still stayed. She helped me keep it quiet. He paused, breathing heavy. We made a deal. Protect each other no matter what. But when I saw her talking to him, laughing like everything was normal, I snapped. He wasn't crying, but his voice cracked in a way that said everything. I didn't go on that show to expose her. I went on to protect our story. But when I looked at her that day, I didn't see my wife. I saw a stranger. And then he ended the live. No goodbye. No explanation, just silence. Within seconds, he lied too was trending #1. #BabyBombshell took over every platform. The internet was in shock, so Yandy hadn't cheated. Or had she? Did Mendici set her up to take the fall? Or were they both playing the same game, just from opposite ends? Blogs scrambled to rewrite their headlines. Fans screamed betrayal from both sides this time. Some posted apology videos to Yandy. Others doubled down, saying they don't trust either of them now. But the biggest shock came just hours later, when DJ Katha, alleged other man, posted his own story. And it was a screenshot of a text conversation between him and Mendici's. Mendici's do it. Make it public. She'll break. DJ KO, you sure? This is gonna make her look real bad, Mendici's. Exactly. The caption, you wanted smoke. Now you drowning in it? Boom, dot. Now the narrative was spinning again. Mendici's orchestrated the exposure. He manipulated the timing of the hospital pic. He weaponized Yandy's silence to drag her publicly while hiding a child of his own. And worse, he used her loyalty as leverage. The betrayal wasn't just emotional, it was strategic. The internet turned dark. This man played chess with his own wife's dignity. He broke on live just to break her in public. They both need therapy and new PR teams. And yet, still, no statement from Yandy why she hadn't said a word. Not one dot, but just before dawn, one final twist, daughter. Count posted a simple black screen dot for words. You'll hear my truth. That was it. No time, no platform, no date. But now, everyone is waiting because whatever she says next, it's going to change everything. And you can bet won't be the end. So now we know everything was a lie. Or maybe nothing was. The betrayal, the baby, the silence, the leaked texts. What started as a viral interview meltdown has now turned into one of the most twisted, emotionally devastating sagas reality TV has ever seen. And the craziest part? It's not over. Yandy has stayed silent. But her final message, you'll hear my truth, has left the entire internet on edge. Is she about to expose everything? Will she confirm Mendici's baby? Will she finally reveal what really happened between her and DJ Co? Or will she drop a truth bomb that none of us are ready for? Meanwhile, Mendici's is posting cryptic quotes, deleting lives, and playing puppet master behind the scenes. It's no longer about who cheated. It's about who manipulated who first. And who's really telling the truth? Anyone is dot, so we want to hear from you. Right now, drop a comment and let it all out. Is Yandy a victim? Did she hide her hand too well? It's Mendici's protecting himself, or using his own betrayal to destroy hers. Who do you believe, the woman who stayed silent, or the man who finally cracked? And if you made it this far, you already know what to do. Like this video if your jaw hit the floor at least once. Subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter in this insane story, and share this with someone who still thinks love and hip-hop couples are real, because we're just getting started. And trust us, the next episode is going to make this one look like a warm dash-up. Stay locked in, stay watching, because the truth ain't done talking yet.